I've never been a big fan of poker because it's a zero-sum game. That is, there's only so many chips on the table. And in order for someone to win, somebody else has to lose an equal amount. So if somebody wins 10 chips, then somebody or some combination of people have lost 10 chips. You can never win more than someone else loses. That's the definition of zero sum. It always adds up to zero. The plus and the minus net out to zero. And I've never liked that because it feels like that's an analogy for the economy. That a lot of people believe the economy is a zero-sum game, that people are wealthy because other people are poor. And then in order to make money, somebody else has to lose money. And that, of course, is just not true. Money is created when we serve other people. So we don't make money at the expense of someone else. We actually make money at the service of someone else. So I've never liked playing poker because I didn't want to have that reinforcing in me, in my subconscious, that life and the economy and things are zero sum. Well, that is until I heard this analogy to sales. And that is, in sales, just like in poker, you can do everything right and still lose. In sales, you can nail your value proposition. You can ask great discovery questions. You can have terrific answers to objections and other questions and still not make a sale because the other person's not ready, the timing's not right, or whatever. And just like in poker, you can do it wrong. You can have a terrible hand and kind of botch how you play it. And depending on what other people do, you might still win. And just like in sales, you can call somebody and not deliver a good value proposition, kind of stumble through it, ask bad questions or just forget to ask questions, and then have not very good answers to their questions. But if the timing's right and your product's a fit, they're still going to buy. See, it's about them. If they're ready, they're going to buy. If they're not ready, they're not going to buy. And it kind of doesn't matter what you do. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't be good and do your best and get good at your craft, but just understand at the end of the day, it's not about you. You can be perfect and still lose a sale. And you can be a little bit sloppy and still win a sale. I like to say you're looking for people who are looking for you. And if they're looking for you, it kind of doesn't matter how good or bad you are, they're going to buy. And on the flip side, if they're not ready, it doesn't matter how good you are, they're not going to buy. So take some pressure off yourself and remember that's about the other person. Still get good, still do your practice, and still, of course, make your calls because your chances of running into that person that's ready to go, regardless of how well you do your job, that percentage goes up the more calls you make. The more calls you make, the more likely you are to find that person who's ready to go. So, and as far as poker, I think it's a great opportunity now that I've got this different lens to look at it, to practice the idea of doing everything right and being okay with losing and kind of do everything wrong and knowing that sometimes you're going to win. So go ahead and play some poker. Just remember, the life is not a zero-sum game, but poker is. And in sales, it's all about the other person, not about you.